What a hoot! If only you knew!
Hello, how are you? I am under the water. Please help me. Here too much raining.
Oh, one more time!
Good morning, USA. I got a feeling that it's gonna be a wonderful day.
Hey! Shut the fuck up!
Yeah, so I'm back.
American Dad is a cartoon show released in 2005, made by Seth MacFarlane. Seth is also the creator of... What? Bruh, I thought you were dead.
Now I'm sure we've all heard of the name Seth MacFarlane, the creator of Family Guy. That really great show. That totally original show that copies nothing and is completely original. I mean, the creators must have put in so much time and effort to find these new and original characters. Alright, that's enough, you know what I'm talking about. The Smith family consists of a very cool cast of characters. There's Stan, Francine, Haley, Steve, Roger, and of course Klaus, the fish. Now for someone who's never seen the show, I can definitely see why you think it's just a blatant copy of Family Guy, as they are literally the same. The only difference is one show's good. I've put that pitfalls, I'll explain. The main difference I think between Family Guy and American Dad is Seth MacFarlane. Although Seth MacFarlane may have created American Dad, it's clear that he didn't have much involvement, because unlike Family Guy, American Dad can actually rely on the story and the characters to make you laugh instead of weird cutaway gags. To be honest, the Smiths are way better than the Griffins. With American Dad, you actually have characters who have their own personality traits, and good ones at that. For example, Stan Smith, the dad of the family, is a CIA agent, and coming with this job, it's no wonder why he's extremely controlling and struggles to open up to his family. That is a good personality trait. He actually has a character. And it's the same like this for the rest of the family. Steve is an extremely smart kid who does extremely dumb things. Haley's just a crackpot. Roger is a million characters in one. I don't know how that gets any better. And then there's the Family Guy characters, which consist of fat, retard, woman, gay, and the dog. I know guys, great personality traits. Seriously though, Family Guy's just falling apart. When I can describe a whole character by their weight, then you know something's wrong. And don't even get me started on Quagmire. I think I might just make a whole video on why I hate him so much. And that's why I see American Dad, yes, as a clone, but a clone that managed to be better than its cloner, if that makes sense. It has been told that a man by the name of Seth MacFarlane used to hold the power of good writing and the funny. He combined these two episodes to make a show by the name of Family Guy. At first it was going well. People started trickling in more and more each week, and eventually Family Guy became an icon. A show that would go down in history for changing the game. But one day, the creator Seth MacFarlane went mad. Despite all his warnings, he decided to add a new chemical component to the show. The Sirius.
What's in your pants belongs only to you. Your pants cover up your private parts. Your private parts belong only to you. If someone asks to see, just tell them no.
One of the main differences between the shows American Dad and Family Guy is that American Dad can actually stick to a story and sometimes actually get serious, whereas Family Guy completely sucks at it. Case in point.
I'm a baby, and only dicks don't let babies win.
God, look at this day, huh? You know, usually I'd be sitting inside writing, you'd be working on one of your machines, but here we are enjoying it.
Yes, it is a nice change of pace. Oh, wait, I gotta go grab my knee pads. I was using them for this other thing. Anyway, I'll be right back.
Ryan, look out!
Ah, Brian!
Ryan, look out!
What the fucking fuck?
Are you serious? Are you for real right now? What the f did I just watch? Did they seriously think it was a good idea to kill off one of the main characters, have the whole cast go through a growth period, and then bring him back? What the f? Now, I get it, okay? Killing off one of the main characters, or even one of the developed side characters, is a really hard thing to do. Which is why, if you know it's gonna hurt your show in the long run, you don't do it. Most movies and shows prefer not to kill off their main characters because it's a serious thing. And usually, the only time the characters actually do die, it's in a way that forwards the plot, and it's in a good way, usually by sacrifice, something that will make you remember them as a good character. Killing the dog while running him over is not a good way to die. Seth, you spastic. Now I hear some of you idiots in the back who are saying, oh, it's way too hard to balance the funny with the serious. What? Are you stupid? Let me remind you that one of the greatest shows of all time managed to do this perfectly. Avatar: The Last Airbender needs no introduction at all. You know, I know the show, and we both love the show, or at least can come to respect it. The reason Avatar: The Last Airbender is one of the best animated shows in the world, if not the best animated show in the world, is because it manages to balance everything that's good in the story. It manages to be comedic while serious at the same time. There's an actual goal, not just random shenanigans until it's the final 10 episodes, then a plot all of a sudden comes in, and there's only one filler episode, which when you actually look at it, honestly just furthers the plot.
Stop this! You have to let her go!
You could save her if you were in the Avatar state.
I'm trying! I'm trying! Aang! I'm sinking!
I don't see glowing.
Ah! Please! You don't need to do this!
Apparently, I do. It worked!
And now, I'm not saying a show has to have a plot and a certain end goal to be good. Take The Amazing World of Gumball, for example. That show had no direction whatsoever, but it still managed to be a great show. It managed to have interesting and funny characters that were relatable, but yet not too bland and normal.
The people have spoken! If they want a slack-jawed bozo to take charge, then I shall be their champion. But you want change? Yeah! Tired of fancy words? Yeah! Well, how about this for a slogan?
It managed to have a story that didn't have a plot, that didn't have an end goal, but still satisfied you week after week just because you love Gumball, you love Darwin, you can relate to these characters. It's just all around a great show. And although it has come to an end, it has cemented its place as one of the best cartoon shows out there, alongside Regular Show and Adventure Time. Things that folded the next generation of cartoons, and that is a good show.
Oh, Shenandoah, I hear
Some of the best episodes of American Dad are usually their specials. Every time this show hits a new milestone, they do a special series of episodes or one single very big and spectacular episode. Some examples of this is the tearjerker, Jeff Lost in Space, and The Rapture's Delight. My favorite one is The Rapture's Delight, but since I couldn't find any footage of it, I'm gonna be covering the next best one, The 200. The episode starts off with Stan ominously walking through a forest. We have no idea what's going on until he reaches his hometown. Once he does, it's pretty clear that the scenes and shots implicate that something happened. Something so big that it could decimate a powerhouse like America. And we are left with no information about it until Principal Lewis comes in and calls it the bang. You can see by Stan's face and by Stan's composure that he was not here when the blast hit. He was outside of town. That's why you see him walking into it and him walking into his house looking for his family. Eventually, as he does get to his house, he's clearly looking for his family, as they were here when the blast hit and he was on a mission in South America. The only thing he does find though is Steve's principal, Principal Lewis. Principal Lewis negotiates with Stan to not kill him, and then they go sit down and have a rest. As they are sitting down by the fire, Stan takes off whatever he's wearing and reveals all the tattoos he's got. Now, if you don't know the purpose behind these tattoos, you may be thinking, maybe he just got these to look cool, because I would. But each of these tattoos have an attachment to his family except for Roger and Klaus. They don't have tattoos, it's never mentioned why, they just don't. To speed things up a little, Stan basically goes on for the rest of the episode explaining how he spent his final moments with his family in terrible ways that weren't memorable at all. He also talked about how he went on a mission to South America before the blast hit, and that it was a suicide mission and how he wouldn't come back. There's a really great scene showing him being unable to tell his family that he loves them or that they mean the world to him, because if that happened, then they would be worried because he's never done that before. After all of this, Stan meets back up with Roger. Roger is apparently the person who started the whole 200. If you don't know what the 200 are, they're apparently this gang or group or just mystical creatures that terrorize people, and whenever you meet them, it's suggested that you run. How Roger explains it is just a myth that he started out so he could get free stuff. Towards the end of the story, Stan reunites with his family, and they all start using the skills that they learned from the last time they were with Stan. This brings Stan to tears. Although he's still unable to say I love you, he does manage to say that he cares about his family. But the story is not over yet. All the people who survived the blast are hungry cannibals, and Stan's boss is in charge of them. They all start charging the family with the intention of eating them, but then all of a sudden the 200 appears. The 200 turns out to be just 200 different Rogers, which is honestly the best way they could have done this. Roger, if you watch the show, is literally just a million characters in one, so to have him have his own whole story is just amazing. The battle happens, Klaus comes in and burns everyone, then there's a time skip to the future, and it's just all around a good ending. This episode got rated very high, and for good reason. It has amazing art, a very good story, and a pretty good ending. Altogether, this episode should show that this show has surpassed Family Guy in quality. And I'm not saying I hate Family Guy. As much as I ranted about it earlier, it still is a pretty iconic show. And I like to go watch back the old seasons at the golden age, and sometimes even the newer episodes are pretty good. But these few episodes of American Dad should be enough to tell you that there's clearly one winner in this. Now, if you like Family Guy, that is okay. If you don't like American Dad, that is okay. If you like American Dad, that is okay. If you don't like Family Guy, that is okay. At the end of the day, it's your opinion. I just wanted to make this video maybe to sway you in a different way. But if you did enjoy the video, please leave a like and subscribe and share. This took me a hell of a long time to make, mainly because I'm lazy, not because it has good editing. I'm really sorry about the break for another 3-4 months. Next week I will be back with a different upload, I promise you. And if I don't, feel free to unsubscribe. No, please do, because I don't deserve the amount of love and kindness that you guys give me, even though my upload schedule is complete and utter AIDS. But yeah, then again, if you made it to the end, you're an absolute Chad, big PP, whatever. Leave a like and subscribe and share, please. I know it is extremely badly edited, but I'm getting used to a new software I'm using, so hopefully next video or a few videos after that I'll start to get the hang of it, and you'll start to see a lot better videos from here on out. But if you did enjoy, leave a like, comment please, all the things that you agreed with, all the things that you disagreed with, all the things like pointers and stuff. But thank you for watching all the way to the end. I love you, and good night.